Hello everybody, my name's Kreen, I'm the modern day equivalent of Medieval Jester. 2.2 is halfway done, and with that comes a brand new agent in the form of a fire attack agent sub DPS. Her name is orphie&Magus with her little tie. I did get access to the creator experience server once again, so I do get to try her out before she hits live servers, just as well as all of my other colleagues who make content. They are going to be making normal guides, where, you know, you play the character the way you're supposed to, but you know me, I like to make the guides on more niche builds. So with that being said, there have been some tests and some calcs for DPS Orpheus that have been done, but I don't think there's anything too, like, showcasey about it. So I did just want to make a quick video talking about DPS Orpheus and a couple of teams I've tested with it. So all of the testing with every character that I use in this is going to be M0W1. We might do a couple of cinema hijinks at the end since I don't have to pay for them, but all my testing I try to just include their win-gen since I believe most agents unlock their full potential when they have their win-gen. All footage was recorded on the creator experience server and is subject to change, so just keep that in mind. So with that out of the way, we can get into Orpheus. So Orpheus is an aftershock sub DPS who scales on energy regen. So you're going to want to build as much energy regen as possible. I have been running 4-piece Shadow Harmony just for the extra crit, the extra attack, and she does a lot of aftershock, so she can really benefit from the set. For the 2-piece, I'm just running Swing Jazz for the extra energy regen, and for 4, 5, and 6, I was running crit damage, but crit rate works if you need more, attack or fire damage, and energy regen. Energy regen disc 6 is something I've tested. I've tested attack, I've tested energy regen, and I have not noticed too much of a difference for her as a main DPS, but if you want more of her buffing, then you want energy regen. So the reason why you want energy regen on Orpheus is for her core skill. So for every 0.1 of energy regen past her initial, she will give attack to her teammates up to 700. So you just want to try to stack as much energy regen as possible on her. For her additional, it's actually really important. I'd say it's kind of on par for her as a DPS with a Lighter. Lighter is one of those characters where you really want their additional, a lot of their kits in their additional. Thankfully, she's a fire DPS, so you already know where this is going. Lighter is glued to her. Lighter is her best stunner, best support. I have tried other ones, but if you don't have Lighter, I feel bad for you. But if you don't have Lighter, then there's not really a good replacement. I'm sure you could run something like Kaleda and Clear, but Lighter makes it fun, makes her do a lot of damage, and they just work well together. So Lighter and Orpheus are going to be a good combo together, not only for the fact that Lighter is going to buff Orpheus's damage, but also from the fact that he gets his morale state based on your teammate spending energy. First of all, she spends a lot of energy for her kit in general. She has a lot of energy regen. Second of all, when you're attacking and she goes on field, she spends her energy off field, and that actually gives Lighter morale. Even when she's not even on field, she'll boost his morale bar, which is really good. I don't think we have any other agent that spends energy off field other than Astra. So that segment said to our third teammate for DPS Orpheus, Astra Yao. So with Astra, she's the best support in the game, especially for crit units. She allows quick swaps, she gives damage percent. She does a lot of good. So yes, she's going to be the third teammate. Okay, I got his bar empty, and you're going to see as Orpheus's energy goes down, Lighter's morale state is going to increase heavily. You'll see them come kind of in chunks, so if you watch both, they'll both go up at the same time. So it just really helps you get that energy up, especially when you start mixing in Astra swaps that also spends energy. You'll have his morale state up very heavily. It's not like you really had an issue with Lighter not having enough energy to keep his morale state, but it is an extra boost that really does help. I think these two are really going to form a really unique and nice fire wheelchair for a lot of fire DPS, a lot of fire, just anyone that can fit in with an attacker, fire unit, stunner, Sons of Caledon, not section 6, defense force. There's a lot of boxes they check together. So they should be able to fit nicely into a Soldier 11 team. Monato, maybe, hopefully, if he works with a stunner or an attack agent. I don't know, he's Rupture, it's weird. There are a bunch. So they do have some intrinsic synergy with each other. When you are on Orpheus, you can hold triangle, she'll do this, and you'll get a quick assist onto Lighter, and she'll continue to do that beam for as long as she has that fuel bar right below her name. As long as she has that, she will continue to fire. So when you start fights, you can hold your EX special, which is whatever, why. I'm using controller because it really hurts to sit straight right now. And you can have her off-field shooting her high damage laser beam while Lighter is on field doing his ora ora, his like punch. So you can have both of them on field at the same time. And the main point that I'm just trying to show with this is just a demonstration of a very casual DPS Orpheus team. I'm not super amazing at the game. I've never claimed to be. I think I'm pretty average. And I think this helps a lot of players get their initial opinion of something a lot better than someone who's very good at the team showing very niche techs that are very annoying and reset heavy. I have reset a couple times already, but that's because I've had a spike in pain and messed something up. So a very important thing to remember when you're using an Astriao team is always just try to tap your triangle before you go into the fight, like your EX. It's what really helps. So when I start this fight off, I always try to do one EX special and then I'll hold her triangle after. And what that lets me do is it lets me almost immediately get Lighter's his enhanced state pretty fast. And he is the most annoying boss to fight because he is so hyper aggressive, and with Astra teams for some reason the quick assist always just messes me up and takes priority, and I can't defensive assist against this guy easily. But Lighter is very good against him, and so is Bernice. Spoiler, we're doing a Bernice team after this if the thumbnail didn't show anything. We are going to try to chain attack with Lighter just so we can get King of the Summit properly procced. The cool thing with her ultimate is it also procs a quick assist, so you can use them both on field. I haven't gotten a good build for it because I'm on the creator experience server, and it kind of it takes a lot of time to get a good build, and I really didn't want to deal with it. Sorry guys, but you can run a DPS Lighter, and they are very good together doing that. Once it's on live servers, I definitely will be running this with my DPS Lighter. If you didn't know, I do have a very fun DPS Lighter that I use a lot. That's what my TikTok videos initially were about my DPS Lighter. So it's someone that I have a lot of fun playing with, and Orpheus definitely is someone that really helps that. So if you like DPS Lighter and you like playing DPS Lighter, I definitely would recommend picking up a support quick swap Orpheus for him. This is a very fun brain turn-off team. I'm really not trying here. I'm really just mashing buttons, whether that be tapping skill once just to do the upwards flame, and then tapping attack, and I can get a couple in, a couple normal attacks in. Her fire state is really annoying to deal with, like getting like fire attacks. That's like my #1 complaint with a lot of Zenless characters, is they just have a lot of regular physical attacks mixed in. And it gets really annoying. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is every time I see that flame state up, I'm trying my hardest to always remember to like quick assist in, like hold it so I can get the quick assist for Lighter, because that'll instantly send him into his enhanced punch state, which is very good. I'm always trying to defensive assist, especially on Pompeii, because that's how you get your performance points, your score pattern, which is really nice. If you didn't know, getting 5,000 extra points is good. Like I said, tap triangle, and then we're normal attacking, tap triangle, normal attacking, EX, and then we're normal attacking, and then I'll swap on a Lighter, get a little more damage. By that time, I should have either a defensive assist to do, or we'll have Orpheus's little enhanced state where she shoots that laser and you'll both be on field at the same time. Let her finish her thing off, and then you can swap back, triangle over and over. You should always have energy realistically to continue to do that back and forth over and over, especially with Astra kind of enabling it. Just gonna try to get one more chain in here. One more ult. Mash RB so we can swap onto Lighter, swap onto Astra. And we can end our fight there. It is a very fun team. But yeah, very casual by a man wincing in pain every 5 seconds, but it's fun. It's a very fun team. I really love Orpheus. Her kit's really cool. I really enjoy the fact that these two attackers have been something different. Even if I am playing them the way you would play any other attacker, but that's my fault. They are very good at what they do. She is a very good sub DPS for Sambi, for Seed. She can enable some lesser used units like Soldier 11 to really shine, DPS Lighter, but this is just a hyper carry focused DPS Orpheus. This is not the funnest team I have played. I saved that for the last. Yeah, it's Bernice Orpheus Lighter. This is my favorite team to run with Orpheus. It is chaos. It is a sea of red numbers. I call it 3, 2, 1 fire because they're all fire units. And there's 3 of them. But no, it is very fun. They all spend a ton of energy. You're just constantly swapping to whoever has energy. Bernice and Orpheus both do damage off field. Lighter buffs both of them. It is very fun. I have done Astra instead of Lighter, and it works to a lesser degree. Lighter's definitely better for this team. Something that I have not mentioned that might not be that relatable is the fact that I am running Crit Bernice. I have done a video on Crit Bernice. I love Crit Bernice. Crit Bernice is very underrated, maybe not as good as sub DPS Anomaly Bernice, but I really love Crit DPS Bernice. It is very fun. It is one of my favorite builds. Sometimes I forget she's an Anomaly unit because of how much I use Crit Bernice. For Crit Bernice, I am running 4-piece Inferno Metal just because burn up time never ends with this team. I am using her Sig, but it's not that important for Crit Bernice especially. I am just running, you might be able to get better scores using Chaos Jazz, because that gives her Afterburn more damage, but I'm just using this for better crit. So there is, there's a very interesting thing about this team, but I'll talk about that later when we get to it. For this team, mainly what we're just trying to do is we're trying to keep Bernice's Afterburn constantly on the boss because it can crit and it can crit for pretty decent numbers. She is, I've joked about this when Orpheus's kit was first revealed, that Orpheus is just what Crit Bernice tries to do, but officially. Like if you didn't know, Crit Bernice is interesting just for the fact that her Afterburn, so like the anomaly proc that she does when she's off field, it can crit. And it crits pretty decently. But Orpheus is just a fire attacker that's off-field that does pretty decent damage off-field. So yeah, I've joked that Orpheus is just Crit Bernice but better. And I was like, you know, everyone talks about how, you know, Orpheus can replace Bernice and those types of team comps like Mono Fire. What if you just ran both? Yeah, so this is actually the first run we didn't get hit. So like I said, we start the fight there, swap on here, do our EX, hold our EX, and then we swap on the Lighter. I've tried to get that defensive assist, but I can just never make it work. I can never hit it because the quick assist is there. But we're just constantly trying to upkeep Lighter's morale state. Upkeep, this is like a management game. I just realized this is like upkeeping 3 different buffs and bars. I just realized. So if you really love just a team where you have to do 30 million things, this is the team for you. There's 3 different characters with 3 different buffs that you really want to do. For chain attacks, I always try to make Bernice last for this one specific reason. Use Bernice's ult, okay? She quick assists, and then you use Orpheus's ult, and she quick assists, and then you go into Lighter and you punch, and it's just a wave of red. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. And then you can go on and you can just spend more energy. And by the time the stun window is about to end, you then quick assist onto Lighter. Usually you have his ult by then. and you just stun lock the boss until he's dead. Poor Pompey always gets incinerated by just Bernice, so having all of them on a team together really just makes you feel bad for the guy. Like, first he gets corrupted, and now he's just getting incinerated by this amalgamation of fire units. This guy cannot catch a break. He is just constantly twitching because of fire. We won't have our ult for the second rotation just because the team bursts Pompey down so fast, but you should have enough energy to upkeep everybody. And usually by the end of that rotation, you can get Bernice's ultimate again. You can almost squeak, you can almost squeak Orpheus's ult, but it doesn't work out. And then whenever the end of the rotation happens, that's when I try to use Orpheus's enhanced special so we can get lighter on. If I was super tryhard, I would find a way to block him from going into this state, but I'm not that good, unfortunately. There is a way to do it. I'm pretty sure it's like, once it hits a certain time frame, you have to like stun him by that or else he'll go into the state. But I'm not that good, unfortunately, nor am I going to reset because what I'm doing right now is hurting all by itself. But yes, it is just a sea of red numbers team. It is so fun. I love this team so much, and I haven't seen anybody talk about the potential of this team, and I really wanted to highlight this specifically. DPS Orpheus, like Hyper Carry, is a very valid option, and it's definitely way better than this team, but there's something about just seeing a wave of red and high damage numbers all happen, and being able to use all three of these is just, it's very touching. I love it. I love this team so much. It's so beautiful. Bless my beautiful burning pyro life. I love this team. And we are just constantly swapping back and forth, trying to stun this guy one more time before, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think we're just gonna do a non-stunned ult combo, and this guy's just not even gonna get to exist now. Swap back on the lighter, and actually we can get one more stun window in, and if I just mash buttons, and hopefully... let me get the ult! Yeah, I got the ult. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it kept zooming in. So yeah, it's a very fun team. I really love this team. This is my favorite DPS Orpheus team, because it is... everybody is doing damage, not just Orpheus. Everybody gets to do something. Everybody, you get damage, you all get damage. I love this team very much. I feel like it is very synergistic. Everybody is doing something almost at all times. There are so many bars and everything to balance. It is super fun. It's like running Bernice and Vivian. That's one of my favorite anomaly teams to run just because it's just resource management sim with flight feathers and her fuel bar. But this is possibly my favorite fire team of all time. Like, currently, this is my favorite fire team. I don't care if any other fire team out damages it. Just, it is so... there's so much satisfaction, and especially with Vivian replacing Bernice in a lot of teams, which, when I made my first Bernice video, everyone said that Bernice wasn't getting replaced by Vivian, and they're both blah, 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 blah. But now you look, and now everyone's like, yeah, Bernice is kind of falling off, and it's like, I was there! I knew it! I knew everything. No, I'm joking, but it has been very fun. Very, very fun team. And as a special treat at the end, we will do a hyper invested version of this team because I'm very curious. So with Orpheus's M1, she makes everybody deal more damage with the zeroed. I think it's 20% more damage with the zeroed in effect, which is when she gives everyone attack. And then she reduces the enemy's fire res by 15%, which isn't as important on fire weak enemies just because they're already so naturally so weak to them, but it is a nice buff. And then lighter M2 is just literally steroids for a fire team. M2 lighter is one of the best supports in the game if you're a fire or ice unit. He further decreases the fire and ice res. He does more damage during his combo. He increases the stun window even longer. M2 will increase his additional ability buff. He is very good at M2, like ridiculously good. Then I think M2 on Bernice is really important. Well, it's not important, but I think M2 on Bernice is really unique because it turns her into a pin support. So with her M2, she gives everyone on her team essentially 20% pen ratio, which is really cool. Her M1 just gives her more fuel. It's like a fixing mindscape. That's usually what M1s are in this game, is they're very, like, they fix a fault with the character almost. But M2 is where she will actually give everyone on the team 20% pen ratio, which is pretty decent when this team already gives a bunch of attack and fire damage from Orpheus and Lighter respectively. So we're going to try to keep everything pretty much the same. So this, just keeping the afterburn on him. Then we're going to do a normal attack, EX hold, and then we're going to go into Lighter. And then we're just constantly swapping back and forth until we can get Lighter to come out and get his morale state. And we're just going to try to stun this boss as fast as humanly possible, because all of our damage is going to happen during that stun. And I think we're about to get it. Yep. So we are going to want to end that combo with Bernice's ultimate, the chain attack, just so we can get that the crazy fire, everybody out at the same time thing. I'm expecting some crazy numbers from this team. I'm so excited. I can't see anything. It's all red. Oh, I love this so much. And then we end our combo with Lighter coming back out. And then we rinse and repeat. We are trying to get that stun window while we're keeping Bernice's afterburn up. There's so many keywords in this team, I just cannot remember them all. I'm sorry. So if I misspeak or I pause for a second because I just genuinely cannot remember. We already got him to this state in faster. Oh no, I got hit while I was talking. We already got him to this state way faster. So I think this hyper invested version is going to do very good, very, very good. And then we'll hold that, bring Lighter on, get a little damage, and I think by that time we can actually finally fit that second. Yep, we can. We can fit the ultimate per rotation. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's so good. This is crazy. Oh, 30k. We're already about to eclipse our score. And this guy can't do the spinny thing because he already did it. You're not allowed to do it twice, you fool. Your parry means nothing to me. You can't parry this laser. Oh, it's beautiful. This is like I now know what it's like to wail. I don't usually do these Mindscape tests just because I think they're a little unrealistic for the average player. But sometimes you gotta treat yourself a little bit here. Honestly, I think if someone who is better with this team were to do it, they could definitely get a much better score than me. 100%. But this is a score from a casual player. This isn't even like, this isn't someone like min-maxing their optimizing everything. This is just somebody mashing buttons. So you can only imagine what this team could do in the hands of a professional, not me, creator. I really want this team to start picking up steam and more people to try it, because this team I genuinely think is one of the funnest teams I have ever had the pleasure of using. I really love this team. It is genuinely, it is peak fiction. Like I'm glazing this team as I do this, but this team is genuinely one of the most one of the most fun teams I have ever played. 50k, barely trying, by the way. Not even max performance points. I think if I really optimized the rotations, I could get at least 55k with this team, which everyone is M2, so keep that in mind. But it is amazing. To go from 35k to 50k is crazy. The highest score I think I've gotten is, I'm doxing myself right now pretty much by doing that. I'm not doxing myself, is 52k. That's the highest score I've ever gotten. It was with my M2 Hugo team during a shill cycle. Into the video wrap up is Orpheus is good. She's fun. Pull her. I give a full 100% recommendation to 99% of players. She's a very fun unit. I think she is going to have a very standing impact on teams and metas, even come to the future. She's very slot-inable, especially with her and Lighter, with mainly any fire team that can take any of the aforementioned faction, buff, specialty, all that. She's very fun. DPS Orpheus is very fun. Pulling Mindscapes is also fun, but if there's one takeaway I want you to take from this video, is try Bernice Orpheus. Why was I about to say Lucio? It's an Overwatch game. It's Overwatch now. And Lighter. It is a very fun team. It's one of my favorite teams of all time. I cannot describe how much I love this team and how much it has really shaped my opinion about Orpheus. Because before I played that team, honestly, I was thinking about skipping her, but at this point, I do think I am pulling her. I really love the team. I really do. I really love the team. Please try it out. If you guys enjoyed the video and you wouldn't mind supporting a small content creator like me, if you could like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about Orpheus. Are you going to pull her? Are you not going to pull her? You should pull her, but if you're not, you can tell me why. If you are, you can also tell me why. Tell me about your day. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.